episode.
Wow, a pump a day keeps my dark thoughts away. You guys, as we've been talking about for the past few weeks, every time we've had this cross for the entire year of 2020, Bitcoin has had a move at least 30% to the upside. The first time back here in January, second here in April, third here in July, and almost perfectly on time we had this cross just on October 13th. And so far we've actually had a move over 20% to the upside. But is there still more short-term pumpage in store? This is the key level that we're eyeing up as bigger resistance, and as well, as we talked about, breaking this line would initiate a massive move to the upside. Breaking this line, if we can surpass this immense resistance, will also cement a massive pump to the upside. But that's not all. If this is actually broken, then I think the next stop we'll be looking at is 20,000 US dollars per spliff coin. And guys, as we tweeted about yesterday, the altcoin market is looking to explode. And as you can see, we tweeted right at about 143 billion in market cap, and we actually shot all the way up to about 167, and we're still above this. So can we expect a much bigger and prolonged breakout out of this triangle? We're going to be talking about that. And as well, the SPX is actually getting a similar move as Bitcoin, with the 21 going above the 50-day moving average. Will this give more strength to the SPX in the short term as well? And guys, Bitcoin is on another bull run, but this one is different. We're going to be jumping into this article, and yet more confirmation from somebody extremely trusted and well respected in the space that Bitcoin could end up making us cajillionaires. And as well, guys, we're seeing some insane signals across the board, so we have so much TA really to just jump into. Welcome back, Savage Squad. We have so much to be jumping and jiving into with today's Bitcoin update, as this market has absolutely been ripping and roaring through our pocketbooks. Guys, massive gainers across the board, and as well today it was nice to see altcoins actually get a little bit of resurgence. But guys, this is only the beginning of massive pumpage. Guys, we have a lot to get into about why yesterday was so massive, and we do expect, honestly, there will be a pullback back to that 21-week moving average, which is absolutely key. It will be soon, I personally think, definitely in the year 2020. So over the next 2 months. And probably actually within the next month at the longest. But with that being said, it doesn't matter, guys. What we did yesterday is absolutely insane in terms of what we were looking for on a macro setup. So even if we would dump another $2,000, which I don't think is likely, even if that would happen, you know, this week, guys, we have just done something amazing, and that's what we're going to be getting into in this webisode as well. Wow, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you get updated when we upload crucial time-sensitive videos like this. And as well, we will be picking a winner for a ledger equivalent in Bitcoin or free access to T4 at the end of the webisode as well. But guys, if we can hit 1,200 likes in this webisode, that is the goal. And as well, make sure to comment below what you think is in store for Bitcoin and exactly how yesterday went for you guys, because again, things are looking absolutely very good. And as well, guys, we have a free video below in T4 about a trading tutorial. So as well, if you're interested in that, make sure to check out T4 below. It is under trading tutorial updated, 5 minutes and 33 seconds, absolutely free. Wow, so yesterday was a massive day, and as you can see, we're actually still holding very bullish momentum on this 21-hour moving average. So again, I don't necessarily think this move has completed just yet, and if we actually switch to some of these bigger time frames, it might actually become more obvious why that is the case. But before we get into that, on this weekly chart, guys, this is basically what we're looking for, just a breakout of this 786 here on the Fibonacci retracement, which as of right now, we're basically right at. But most importantly, we got the key bounces here at this 54 on the RSI, which was literally how the bull market started back in 2016, how it really started revving up, which is because of this RSI bouncing at this key level. And as you can see, this is something we've covered before. The entire bull market for 2 years found support at the 54 every single time. And that is where we've gotten this most key bounce that we've been talking about for weeks now, at the very end of August. And you can see we're on a very good trajectory now. And as well, we have seen an increase in volume, but it's actually so far the least volume during the last 4 breakouts of 2020. But again, I don't necessarily think this move is over at all just yet. So I do think the volume is going to come pouring in a lot more. We do have a little bit of room to run up on the daily RSI as well. And obviously the weekly has plenty of room. But overall, this has still been a very strong move. We're actually above 13,000 as I'm recording this. And the only high that we haven't broken besides 20K is this high back in the summer of 2019. And it was only a wick, but it wicked up to about 13,008. And we actually topped out around 13,002 yesterday with that wick. But guys, the most concrete thing we want to do is get this weekly candle to close anywhere above 12K. So as of right now, we're actually a whole $1,000 above where we need to close in just a few days. So again, still looking very strong, very bullish. But yeah, if we get this weekly close above 12K, it'll be the highest weekly close that we've had, I'm pretty sure, since January of 2018. Yeah, it'll be the highest weekly close that we've had since January 15th of 2018. And pivoting over to this chart now, we're now, again, like we said, above this 7-year support, turn resistance. Now, hopefully, once again, turning support blue line right here. Okay, if we switch to a weekly and kind of just zoom out, you can kind of get a big picture of this. This goes back literally like 7+ years. But yeah, the crash in March is the only reason we were below that. And as you can see now, we're actually above it. So again, guys, as I've been saying, that's, again, we flip insanely bullish if we're above this, and especially if we can hold support. If we would ever come back down right now, it would be about 12.2, which, in my opinion, is the perfect pullback area if we do get one in the short term. That is exactly the area I'm looking for a pullback if we would. It is also basically the daily candle highs of back in August. Okay, so that's another reason we're looking at that. And for this exact reason, 12.2 is testing this. So we broke back into this 6-month ascending channel. Testing 12.2 again would be exactly where it would like find support, right? So that's yet another reason why I'm looking at 12.2. But overall, I still tend to think that we actually have more room to run to the upside in the very short term, guys. This is looking extremely bullish. And the next big level, really the biggest level that I'm watching on this chart, we already said the downside was like 12.2. The biggest level that I'm watching, though, in general is right here, which lines up exactly where our wick high was, our swing high back in the summer of 2019. It also lines up with our next line of this ascending channel. Remember, as soon as we broke this one, which we struggled to for about a month here, we came up, we tested it this entire time, came back up, tested it this entire time, got rejected. This was our third time, and we got into it, and we had a nice move up. Now, the next big area of resistance, I would say, is exactly where our last swing high was in the summer of 2019, and exactly where this next channel is, which is exactly right here, which is 13,800, right? So that is, for me, that is how we break up to 20,000. If we're able to break above 13K, 13.8K, then I don't think there's anything standing in the way of a very quick $20,000 Bitcoin. And more importantly, the entire altcoin market cap. This is every single altcoin except Bitcoin. And I mean, just looking at this chart, how does this not look like it's absolutely primed to explode, right, guys? So, but ultimately, it's going to rely on a lot on Bitcoin dominance. And if Bitcoin keeps pumping, then we could see some momentum kind of temporarily sucked out of alts, but there's literally nothing to worry about. If Bitcoin actually does what we think it will do, meaning break all-time highs fairly soon, then altcoins are going to follow, right? So just because you don't see your altcoins pumping for a few days, nothing to be concerned about, in my opinion. Like I said, most of my investments are in altcoins. So I'm heavily invested in altcoins, and I heavily want them to succeed, obviously. So yeah, I'm not concerned about it at all. This is just the cycle that Bitcoin tends to do. Wow, and before we get into some huge news, guys, I also just did want to clarify, because I got some people commenting, my voucher code, I believe, is actually expired. But if you sign up with a new account on Bybit and use my links below, then that's how you can get the $390 additional bonuses for trading, only if you have experience and only if you want to support the channel as well. If you don't know how to trade, I would highly recommend not signing up with the links below. But yeah, I was getting a lot of questions about that. So basically all you want to do is just create a new account on Bybit, and then when you deposit and everything, it will be verified that way. Because if you already have an existing account not signed up under this one, then I don't believe it works. So you would just need to create a new account. So guys, Bitcoin is on another bull run, but this one is different. And this is by Jose Antonio Lanz here on Decrypt. And the main thing I wanted to highlight here is this. I 100% agree. While previous bull runs, especially in 2017, looked parabolic, the recent price trend has been much more predictable and much less volatile. This could point to a more natural behavior in general terms, with traders less dependent on hype or breaking news that only has a short-term effect. This new bull run arguably demonstrates a much healthier growth pattern. And basically, if the trend persists, it may not be too long before Bitcoin reaches another all-time high. And guys, even bigger news, Yoon Lee posted here on CNBC, Paul Tudor Jones, who we've been covering quite a bit over the last few months, said Bitcoin's rally is just in the first inning and the cryptocurrency is the best inflation hedge. Now, this is exactly the type of thing long-term investors want to hear, especially from somebody like Paul Tudor Jones, right? The longtime trader believes the unprecedented quantitative easing from the Federal Reserve is setting the stage for inflation to make a grand comeback. Keep in mind, he is a billionaire hedge fund manager, and he's turned more bullish on Bitcoin. He said, "I like Bitcoin even more now than I did just a few months ago," is what he's referring to. I think we're in the first inning of Bitcoin, and it's got a long way to go. He does say that he has a small single-digit investment in crypto, but for a billionaire, that is millions and millions of dollars invested into Bitcoin. The reason he recommends Bitcoin is because it was one of the menu of inflation trades like gold, tips, break-evens, copper, like being long yield curve, and I came to the conclusion that Bitcoin was going to be the best inflation trade. He also made a comparison to Apple and Google. Bitcoin has this enormous contingent of really, really smart and sophisticated people who believe in it. It's like investing with Steve Jobs and Apple or investing in Google early. And just a little bit of background, he shot to fame after he predicted and profited from the 1987 stock market crash. He's also the chairman of a nonprofit, Just Capital, which ranks public U.S. companies based on social and environmental metrics. So as well, he got a lot of fame back in 1987, so he's clearly been doing this for a long time. Wow, so as always, make sure to leave your comment and subscribe below to enter for these giveaways, and we're going to be picking a winner for the ledger here. And before we do, I wanted to say, if you're in the U.S. and want to trade, you can use Dudex, and currently we actually have an extra $200 in Bitcoin bonuses for first-time deposits if you sign up with our link below. And as well, we have a link for Femex, which is also available in the U.S. Unfortunately, you cannot use Bybit in the U.S., so yeah, for US customers, we have Dudex and Femex below if you're interested in trading on those exchanges. Okie dokie, let's pick the winner. How many comments? 200 exactly, and then we'll see who the winner is. And as well, just make sure to shoot me an email within 24 hours and we can get you one of those 3 prizes. Squirty, says Patrick Pellegrino. Absolutely huge. Congrats, brother. Yeah, make sure to shoot me an email and let me know which of the 3 prizes you would like to enjoy. And as well, guys, if you want a free quick trading tutorial for Bybit, make sure to check out this free video in T4 below. You can see here, you just scroll down to this second level here, let's get started. And it says trading tutorial updated 5 minutes and 33 seconds preview. And as well, if you have experience only and you want to support the channel, make sure to sign up with Bybit below, up to an additional $390 for trading when you deposit on Bybit up until October 31st.